41 onwards. Into 8, chapter 10, text 41. Okay, so this chapter is the description of the battle between demigods and demons. Yesterday we saw various arrangement of the battle, like who was fighting and what kind of weapons, carriers they had, different details about the battle. Okay, today that's it. From 41 Shloka, we have Bali Maharaj will attack. He will create some three Maya, and that's how he attacked Indra. बलिर्महिन्द्रं दशभिस्त्रि रावतं शरैः चतुर्भिश्च वाहने तेनारोहमर्च्छयत् बलि महाराज बलि महाइन्द्रं दशभिः ऐरावत चतुरादपूर्वान् mounted soldiers became by an Aroham, the driver of an Archer. Translation and purport by Divine Grace. One second. Hare Krishna. Is it clear? Okay. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram. Hare Ram. Ram Ram. Hare Hare. Okay. Is it clear now? Better? Yeah. Okay. So, translation. Maharaja Bali then attacked Indra with 10 arrows and attacked Airavat, Indra's carrier elephant, with 3 arrows. With 4 arrows, he attacked the 4 horsemen guarding Airavat's legs, and with 1 arrow, he attacked the driver of the elephant. Okay. The word Vahan refers to the soldiers on horseback who protected the legs of the carrier elephants. According to the system of military arrangement, the legs of the elephant bearing the commander were also protected. सा तानापततः शक्रस्तावद्धि चिच्छेद निशितैर्भल्लैरस संप्राप्तान् हनिव. Sa he Indra Tan arrows apatataha while moving toward him and falling down. Shakya Indra Tavati immediately Shekhar Vikrama was practiced to oppress very soon. Cheda cut to pieces Nishitai with very sharp Ballai with another type of arrow. Asampraptan, the enemy's arrows not being received. Sun as if mine. Before Bali Maharaj's arrow could reach him, Indra, king of heaven, who is expert in dealing with arrows, smiled and counteracted the arrows with arrows of another type, known as Bhalla, which were extremely sharp. तस्य कर्मोत्तमं वीक्ष्य दुर्दशाशक्तिमाददे तां ज्वलन्तीं महोल्काभां हस्तस्थामच्छिनद्धरी. Tasya of King Indra, Karm Uttamam, the very expert service in Indriya, Diksha, after observing Durmarshaha, being in a very angry mood, Shaktim, the Shakti weapon, Adade, took off that weapon, Jalantim, blazing fire, Maha Ulka Abham, appearing like a great firebrand, Hasta Sthan, while still the hand of Bali, Achinat cut to pieces, Hari Indra. When Bali Maharaj saw the expert military activities of Indra, he could not restrain his anger. Thus he took up another weapon known as Shakti, which blazed like a great firebrand. But Indra cut the weapon to pieces while it was still in Bali's hand. तदा शूलं तदा प्रासं ततस्तो मरुष्टया यत् यच्छस्त्रं समाद्यात् सर्वं तदिच्छिन्नत् विभुः. Indra is becoming very expert now. Tada thereafter Shulam. This is 44th shloka I am reading. Tada thereafter Shulam plans. Tada thereafter Parasam the fast weapon. Tada thereafter Tumaram the Tumar weapon. Rishtayaha the Rishti weapon. Yet whatever whichever Sastram weapon. Samatyayat. Bali Maharaj tried to use Sarvam all of them. Tat those same weapons. Achinat cut to pieces. The great Indra. Thereafter, one by one, Bali Maharaj used a lance, brass, tomar, rishtis, and other weapons. But whatever weapons he took up, Indra immediately cut them to pieces. Okay. 45. ससर्जा था सुरीमायाम अंतर्धान गतो सुरा तथा प्रादुर्भूत शैलः surani ko paribro. So now you will start using, because anything he was trying, Indra was destroying it. So now he will start using his maya, his illusion. These demons used to have this maya. They will create maya. Like you might have heard, Yakshas also created for Durga, and Meghnad created some kind of maya. The opponent cannot identify from where he will attack, where is he will disappear like that. The surgeon lead Atha now asking them, demonic maya vision Antardhan, out of vision Gata, having gone Ashta Balimara Tata, thereafter Pradurput, they appeared Shailaha, a big mountain Surani Kupari above the heads of the soldiers of the temple. Prabhu, O my Lord. My dear King, Bali Maharaj then disappeared and resorted to demonic illusions. A giant mountain generated from illusion then appeared above the heads of the denver soldiers. Big mountain. Tapo nipuetustarvo dahyamana davagnina shilasakanka shikarashunayantyo dishad balam. Tada from that great mountain, Nipetu began to fall Tattva large trees. Dahyamana blazing fire, Dava Agnina by the forest fire, Sheila and the stones are Kanka Shikara, having edges with points as sharp as stone picks. Churniyanta smashing Krishna Balam the enemy. From that mountain fell trees blazing in a forest fire, chips of stone with sharp edges like picks. Also fell and smashed the heads of the demigod soldiers. Moraga Samutpetur Dansuka Vrishika Singh Vyagar Varahasya Martito Mahavaja. Mahaurga, a big serpent, Samutpetu fell upon them. Dandashuka, other poisonous animals and insects, Vrishika. With the scorpion, Simha, lions, Vyagra, tigers, Varahasya, the forest goats. Mardayantaha, smashing Mahagaja, greater scorpions, large snakes, and many other poisonous animals, as well as lions, tigers, goats, and great elephants, all began falling upon the demigod soldiers, crushing everything. Yatu dhanyasya satashah, Yatu dhanyasya satashah, Shulahasta, Vivasasa, Chindi, Vindi, Vadinyas, Tatha Rakshugana Prabhu. Yatu Dhanya, carnivorous female demons. Sha and Shatsha, hundreds of them. Shula, Hasta, every one of them with a trident in hand. Vivasasa, completely naked. Chindi, cut to pieces. Hindi, fierce. Iti, thus, Vadinya, taking. Tatha, in that way. Rakshagana, a band of Rakshasa, a type of demon. Prabhu, O my king, many hundreds of male and female carnivorous demons, completely naked and carrying tridents in their hands, then appeared crying the slogans, cut them to pieces, pierce them. They were shouting, Mardo, Kardo, Shinti, Hindi. This is all coming from that Maya. Very powerful. Tato Mahaganavyomni Gambhir Parushasmanaha Angagaran Murturva Taira Hatasnevaha. Tada thereafter Mahagana by big clouds Vyomni the sky Gambhir Parushvanaha making very deep rumbling sound. Ankaran first Muchu released Vatai by the trumpets Ahata harassed Stanyai Tanva with the sound of thunder. Fiery clouds, harassed by strong winds, then appeared in the sky. Rumbling very gravely with the sound of thunder, they began to shower live coals. सृष्टो दैत्येन सुमहान वहिन स्वसन सारथि सांवर्तक दिवात युग्रो विबुध्वजिनी मधात. Srishta created Daityena by the demon Balimara Sumahan, very great, devastating Vahini. Vahini, a fire, Susan Sarathi, Sarathi, being carried by the blasting wind. Samvarta, the fire named Samvarta, which appears during the time of dissolution, before the sky very terrible of the demigods, Bhajanim, the soldiers Adad to ash. A great devastating fire created by Bali Maharaj began burning all the soldiers of the demigods. This fire, accompanied by blasting winds, seemed as terrible as Amber, the fire which appears at the time of dissolution. Okay, so he created some kind of fire which is very horrible. Fire which comes at the time of Pralaya, that kind of fire. तदा समुद्रोद्वेलः सर्वथा प्रतिदृश्यत् प्रचण्डावतैरद्धूततरङ्गावर्त भीषणः तदा thereafter the sea Velaha being agitated सर्वथा everywhere प्रतिदृश्यत् appeared before everyone Chanda fierce Vatai by the winds Bhuta agitated Taranga of the waves Avrat water Bhishna thereafter whirlpools and sea waves agitated by fierce blasts of wind appeared everywhere before everyone's presence in a furious flood. एवं दैत्यर महामायेर लक्ष्य गति भीरणे सृज्यमाना सुमाया सैनिका. Even thus Daitya by the demons Mahamaya were expert in creating illusions Alaksha Gativi, but invisible Rane in the fight. Srijyamanasu Mayasu, because of the creation of such an illusory atmosphere, Vishedu became morose. Surat Sainika, the soldiers of the demigods. While this magical atmosphere in the fight was being created by the invisible demons who were expert in such fusion, the soldiers of the demigods became morose. Now they became morose because they were completely made frustrated like this. Okay, 53. So now all the demigods, soldiers became morose. They are like kind of frustrated. They don't know what to do. So that at that moment, actually, this is the only thing demigods can do. They will approach Lord Hari. So this is the main thing between demigods. Main difference between demigods and demons. The demigods, when they are in completely problem, so they will take shelter of Hari Krishna. But demons will not take shelter of Krishna. They will say, "I will do hard work. I will do this, that, I will plan everything. After 5 years, this I will earn, then this I will earn, then I will make a house, then I will get a wife, then I'll get a car, then I'll have this. Everything they and in the problem they never surrender to Krishna. They say we can do karma, kartavya, karam hitya hai, we will do our duty. Duty is everything. By hard work I can attain everything. Like that they will say. But demigods they will approach Krishna. न तत्प्रतिविधिं यत्र विदुरिन्द्रादयः नृपा ध्यायता प्रादुर्भूत तत्र भगवान विश्व भावना. Okay, so Bhagavan Vishwa Bhavana means the creator, Bhagavan, Supreme Personality of God, who is the creator of the universe. Now, not the Pratividhim, the counteraction of such an illusory atmosphere, Yatra wherein Vidu could understand Indra Adya, the demigods headed by Indra, Nepauking Dhyayata, being meditated upon Pradurput, appeared there, Tatra, in that place, Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of God, and Vishwa Bhavana, the creator of the universe. O king, when the demigods could find no way to counteract the activities of the demons, they wholeheartedly meditated upon the Supreme Personality of Godhead the creator of the universe, who then immediately appeared to them. Okay, so now Lord Vishnu will come there. Tata Suparnam Sakritangri Pallava Vishangavasa Navakanchalochana Adrishyatashta Yudhbahurtasaj Shrikostudhanargya Kirita Kundalaha. Tada, thereafter, Suparna Amsakrit Angri Pallava, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, whose lotus feet is spread over the two shoulders of Garuda. Vishangavasa, whose dress is yellow. Navakanja Lochanaha, and whose eyes are just like the petals of newly blossomed lotus. Navakanja Lochana. Adrishyata became visible in the presence of the demigods. Ashta Ayuda, equipped with 8 kinds of weapons. Bahu, Ullasa, brilliantly exhibiting Sri, the goddess of fortune, Kaustuba, the costume, Anargya, of incalculable value, Kirita, helmet, Kundala, having earrings. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, whose eyes resemble the petals of newly blossomed lotus, sat on the back of Garuda, spreading his lotus feet over Garuda's shoulder, dressed in yellow, decorated with Kaustuva gem, and the goddess of fortune, and wearing an invaluable helmet and earrings, Kundala. The Supreme Lord, holding various weapons in his 8 hands, 8-hand Ikasa, became visible to the temples. Another form now, 8-hand form. Tasmin praveste surakuta karmaja Maya Vineshur Mahina Yasa Sapno Yathahi Pratibodha Agate Hari Smriti Sarvapadi. Very nice sloka. Hari Smriti Sarvavipat Vimokshana. Okay, this is very important. Hari Smriti Sarvavipatti. Tasmin Pravishte, upon the entrance of the Personality Godhead, Asura of the demon, Kuta Karnaja, because of the illusory magical activities. Maya, the false manifestation, Dineshu, were immediately served. Mahina, by the supreme power, Mahiyasa of the supreme personality Godhead, who is greater than the greatest. Swapna dreams Yata as he feeds Pratyodhe when awakening. Agate has the right priest, the capabilities of the supreme personality Godhead, serve with of all kinds of dangers, prison, vimoksha. As the dangers of a dream cease when the dreamer awakens. Like somebody is seeing dream and there is some problem, somebody chasing, somebody is killing, but as soon as he wakes up, there is no dream, there is no problem. Okay. So the danger of a dream ceases when the dreamer awakens. The illusions created by the jugglery of the demons were vanquished as soon as okay, the illusions created by the jugglery of the demons were vanquished by the transcendental prowess of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Hari as soon as he entered the battle. All the illusory things which they created, which were creating many problems for demons, for demigods, they were not able to counteract it. All those things were immediately vanquished as soon as Krishna appeared. Indeed, simply so Sukadeva Goswami is saying it is not that only that problem appeared. He is saying indeed simply by remembrance of the Supreme Personality. You don't have to come only. Just simply by remembrance, Hari Smriti. Okay, just by remembrance of Hari, the Supreme Personality Godhead, one becomes freed from all the dangers. Hari Sarva Vipat, Hari Smriti Sarva Vipat. Okay. दृष्ट्वा मृते करुणवाह इभारिवाह आविद्यशूलं हिनोदत् कालनेमिः तल्लीलया गरुडपतद्गृहीत्वा तेनाह निर्निर्पसवाहमरिन्द्रधीशः. दृष्ट्वा, seeing मृते on the battlefield, Garuda Vaham, the supreme personality of Godhead carried by Garuda. Viharivaha, the demon was carried by a big lion, Avidya whirling around, Shulam trident, Agno discharged at him Atha thus Kalnemi, that Kalnemi thus such an attack by the Lord Lilaya very easily Garuda moving on the head of his carrier Garuda, Patat while falling down, Ritva after taking it immediately without difficulty. Sena and by the same weapon, Anand killed the King Savaham with his carrier, arraigned the enemy. Three Disha, the the proprietor of three worlds. O king, when the demon Kalanemi, who was carried by a lion, saw that the Supreme Personality of Godhead carried by Garuda was on the battlefield, the demon immediately took his trident, wielded it, and discharged it at Garuda's head. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Hari, the master of the universe, immediately caught the trident, and with the very same weapon he killed the enemy Kalanemi along with his carrier the lion. So this demon thought, as soon as Krishna appeared on the back of Garuda, this demon thought, I'll kill Garuda at least. He threw the trident, Krishna caught it and reversed it. So with that same trident, he killed Kalanemi and his lion. He was sitting on a lion. In this regard, Sri Madhvacharya says, Kalanemi adya sarve karina nita api shukran sukreno jivita santa punastena patita. Kalanemi and the other demons were killed by the Supreme Personality of Godhead Hari. And when Shukracharya, the spiritual master, brought them back to life, they were again killed by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay, so the Shukracharya has this power of bringing back. If some demons can die, is dead, he can bring them back to life. Okay, last shloka of the chapter. Yes. Mali Sumalya Kitalo Yudipet Surya Chakreణ कृतशिरश्रावत माल्यवासं आहत्य दिग्मदया हनदण्डजेन्द्र तावच्छिरोच्चिन Nadia, Mali, Sumali. Two demons named Mali and Sumali. Atibalo, very powerful. You see on the battlefield, phase 2 fell down. Yet Chakrena by witness Krit Shirasau, their head has been cut off. Also, thereupon Malyavan from the Supreme Personality Godhead, Ahatya checking Tigma Gadaya with a sharp, very sharp club, Anand attempted to kill Antija Indram Garuda, the king of all the birds, who were born from eggs. Tavad at the time Shiraha, the head, Achina cut off array of the enemy Nadata, roaring like lion, Harina by the disc, Adya, the original personality of Godhead. Thereafter, two very powerful demons named Mali and Sumali were killed by the Supreme Lord, who severed their heads with his. Then Malyavan, another demon, attacked the Lord. With his sharp club, the demon, who was roaring like a lion, attacked Garuda, the Lord of the birds, who are born from eggs. But the Supreme Personality got it, the original person used it just to cut off the head of that enemy. So Krishna killed Mali, Malyavan. Malyavan was thinking, Malyavan also thought he can kill Garuda, but Krishna killed him. Thus end the Bhaktivedanta purport of the 8th canto, chapter 10th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled The Battle Between the Demigods and the Demons. Okay. Chapter 11. King Indra annihilates the. As described in this chapter, the great saint Narad Muni, being very compassionate to the demons who were killed by the demigods, forbade the demigods to continue killing. Then Shukracharya, by or the life of the demons. Actually, here the demigods will again take over. Okay, so now anyway, we are starting new chapters. Maybe you can disconnect, restart. Okay, so that new chapter we can start. Can you just disconnect and everybody can rejoin? After Mohini Murthy killed Rahu, then Rahu actually, because he already drank the poison, sorry, the nectar, he already drank it, but it could not go below the neck. And before it reaches below in the body, Mohini Murthy killed him. through Sudarshan. So it was not able to go down. So this part became immortal, this part became dead. So this Rahu only took the position of then Rahu planet, and then uh, he's also trying to take his revenge from Surya and Chandra, because they only said this is Rahu actually. So that's what the eclipse happened. Uh, he tried to eat Surya and Chandra. Okay, so what he does it that he comes to Surya and he grabs Surya, and because he eats Surya, but here nothing is there, so Surya comes out. Here. Okay, so that takes three Murta. One Murta to grab, and then one Murta inside, and one Murta to come out. So that's what the eclipse will go for, three Murtas. Okay, and the middle Murta is the prime. So why things are not allowed in the eclipse time? Because generally all things become auspicious in this world by the rays of moon and sun. So when this Rahu grabs moon or sun, that time the original rays of sun or moon does not reaches to us. Actually, the rays are affected by the inauspicious rays of Rahu. So that is why those rays are very harmful. So we should not go out and that food, everything. Those kind of things are rules are there. Okay, so that happened, and then what happened that this demons. Anyway, after that, Mohini Murti also went, and all the demigods got the nectar. Demons did not get any nectar, and Mohini Murti also. After that, Mohini Murti showed his original form that I am Vishnu Hari, and then he disappeared, and then demons were really very angry. Okay, so then this actually demons declared a war against him. Okay, so in that war only this whole chapter was there. Okay, so because they were not able to tolerate that, yeah, we both did it, and they only got the nectar, we didn't get the nectar, but Krishna did not want them to get nectar because they are demons. But it's not like partiality, because already their guru having the power that if they die, he can bring them back to the life. Okay, so it's all equal. They have nectar and they have the Sanjeevni, that Sanjeevni Vidya, with, by using that they can bring that to life. So it's like that. So then this fight started, because they were very much uh, uh, angry that they didn't get nectar, so they were fighting against the demons, and then all this fight happened. Okay, and in that fight, initially the description was there about the fight, and then Bali Maharaj was very expertly trying to kill Indra and Airavat and other thing, but Indra was even he fought even more expert than Bali, so he cut all the this thing weapons which was sent by Bali, and then Bali Maharaj thought, and all the demons became morose that it is going to be a big issue now, because Indra is taking more and more lead in the fight. So Bali Maharaj created such kind of illusion. So demigods were like bewildered where to. So all these illusions were bringing so many demons and male, female demons and different type of wild animals and so many things. Okay, so they got bewildered completely and they were not able to fight. So demigods thought now it is we are going to lose. So they took shelter of Lord Hari, and then Lord Hari appeared and started killing the demons. Okay, now chapter 11. Is that okay? You want to ask something more? Okay, thank you. So if at all there is some clarification, something, just text me. I will reply. Okay, for everyone. Achha. So now I think we can disconnect here. Only 4 minutes are remaining.